Welcome to Introducing OMSC at PTS. I'm Tom Hastings. I'm the Executive Director of the Overseas Ministries Study Center at Princeton Theological Seminary. And today we are thrilled to invite Dr. Darrell Whiteman, who's a missiological anthropologist and a person who has been a leader in this field for many years and a devotee of OMSC and a great supporter, as well as a leader of seminars, as a trustee, and in many other ways. Darrell has a ministry around the world that is quite remarkable. He's an author, he's a former professor, and the head of the Stanley School at the Asbury Seminary.
I have a 35-year history with OMSC.
Yes.
And it goes back to 1985. When I attended my first seminar. It was when OMSC was still in Ventnor, and it was a seminar, I think, on community development, led by Ted Ward. And there I met Ian Douglas, who would later become the bishop of the Episcopal Church and later a trustee of OMSC. When I went to that first Mission Leaders Forum, I said, "These are my people. Wow, this is a network of people from around the world, people committed to God's mission in the world, who are understanding and making contributions to world Christianity." And I think from that time to the last time we met, I don't think I ever missed a gathering of the Mission Leaders Forum. And so I've often felt that was one of the great experiences and events that OMSC was able to pioneer and continue. Probably the longest sustaining time for me at OMSC was the seminar that I would give. I think the title of it was Culture, Values, and Worldview, Anthropology for Mission Practice. And I'm sure I gave that over 20 years there. What I loved about it, it was ecumenically rich. I always had a half a dozen Catholics there, along with some good Pentecostals and everything in between. Now, this is a baton, and on the baton is written 2 Timothy 2:2. You have heard me teach things that have been confirmed by many reliable witnesses. Now teach these truths to other trustworthy people who will be able to pass them on to others. Now, I use this baton to talk about what I call the naked gospel. And I would say so oftentimes we've taken the gospel wrapped in the American flag or our culture. And so we've confused the two. And so really what we've got to do is, we can't deny who we are, but let's hide that and let the gospel stand for itself. During the seminar, I would always be looking and praying for who is the person to whom I should pass this on. And that year we were meeting out at the Mercy Center. They hadn't met there for quite a few years. And Dr. Diane Comp was attending that seminar. It was the first time she heard me teach. And by the end of the week, I knew the person who must receive this, and that was Sister Theodora. And so I gave her the naked gospel, and I said, "Now you take this naked gospel back to the Philippines, and you let the Filipinos understand what does it mean to be a follower of Jesus in that context." She says, "Oh, I've never forgotten that." In fact, she says, "I have it in a special place next to the cross in our chapel, and I see it all the time. And I'm reminded that that is what God has called me to do, to take the naked gospel to here in the Philippines." The International Bulletin of Mission Research. Tom, I think the IBMR is absolutely the very, very top journal in the whole field. The reason I think it's a top journal is because of the way it's laid out, because of the quality of the articles that are there. A couple of helpful things. Every year you list what are the 10 most outstanding books in mission studies the year before, the book reviews, the articles. It's just it's well written, easy to read, and always very, very timely. As I was reflecting on this, I was thinking about how OMSC started as houses of friendship. And it was really a place for worn out missionaries to come home on furlough and get renewed, rejuvenated, rested. And that was a wonderful beginning. And of course, that was in the age when American missionaries, which were the dominant group, would go for 4 years, come home for a year, and then go back for another 4 years. So it was primarily a place of rest. And then under Darrell Anderson, it started to move more in the direction of a study center. I am so excited the fact that you're shifting not away from the resident program. That's important. We all need rest and renewal. But the scholarship, the academic study, all of that is going to help further mission more than just a lot of places for people to go have a nice rest. With better scholarship, with good research, we can inform better practice. It's going to be a greater reflection of what I would call world Christianity, not just mission from the West to the rest. As an institution, it's making that transition without losing one iota of its commitment to God's mission in the world. The other thing that I'm excited about is I see it as a place where we will continue to function ecumenically. The colonization of the mind is still very, very much with us. And those are the things we've got to become aware of. Those are the things we have to be responsible for and change our thinking, change our attitude. And it's the spirit of incarnational identification, the spirit of humility, the spirit of learning from the other. Those are, in my mind, the critical pieces of what it means to be in mission today. And I think OMSC can be a place that models that, that encourages that, and develops it even further.